Hey YouTube, this is my first video on the guide to Zombies Live from Storm 8. I'm making this video because a lot of people have been saying that a help guide would be a benefit to them, and in this video I'm going to be covering 5 topics: starting, money making, and then keeping, like a good upkeep, skill points and what to use them for, Horde, like getting Horde members, and general stuff like tips and tricks on what to watch out for in the game. So first of all, obviously you gotta get the game, download it, and press it. So about myself, if you don't know me, on this game, my name is Rocket Man. I do a lot of broadcasting for my 400 plus Horde members, and it keeps going up, so people have found what I do helpful and told me I should make a video. Alright, so first of all, let's begin with starting. Basically, when you start out at level 1, what you want to do missions. So missions tab, do missions, do whatever mission is popped up here, like, because when you start you have a limited number of missions. We want to keep doing missions until you've done 6. 6 is the magic number in missions, because after you do 6 missions you will be level 3, and you will never ever need to do missions again. That'll be covered later in the video, but after you get to level 3 you will be able to attack, and attacking is very key in this game because it is the best way to get money. It is the best way to, I don't know, it's the most beneficial thing to do. Okay, so after you get to level 3, you can attack. You keep attacking. Keep your abilities updated as much as you can. I know you have limited money or flesh at the beginning, but keep your abilities up as much as you can. I would suggest at least through level 10 probably, unless you're going for like max Horde immediately at the beginning. You want to have Scream, yeah, one attack, 4 defense. You want to have, that's action, you want to have Flesh Absorption, 3 attack, 4 defense, and you want to have Night Vision, 4 attack, 6 defense, no upkeep. Really simple. So you do that until you get to level 6. When you get to level 6, I found that the best thing to do, go to attack, and after you get to level 6, you can go and some of the profiles that you see on your attack enemies list will have comments leading to higher level players. Once you get to a higher level player, you can follow a link on their comments to possibly an ATM. And I would stay on level 6 until you find a good ATM, because I mean there's no point if you don't have the flesh to keep going. So that's a good tip. And then when you get to level 7, obviously you can start buying traps, which I'll get to in a minute, but those are good source of money, and like the source of money. Okay, so I guess that's pretty much starting out. Otherwise you can pretty much figure out where to go from there. Alright, so money making. This is a big one. Everyone wants flesh. Okay, there are a few ways to make money. First of all, ATMs. Very big one. ATMs are all I use. If you look at my profile wall, you get comments. I have a bunch of ATMs. ATM. So ATMs are really good to have. Now, there are 2 main kinds of ATMs. There are private ATMs who operate on their own accord, and there are event ATMs who usually have a wall like this. I'm using Coffee Cafe not because they asked me to or anything, but because this is my favorite event hub. So basically for an event ATM, you want to go to this event hub, and usually they'll have a posting on a schedule like this. They have times and the ATM that's going to be going on at that time. So basically at that time, usually in Eastern Standard Time, you want to find that ATM on the list and go to them, attack them. You get a ton of money. That is the main way that I think everyone should get money in this game. The second way is camping. Now, I have never been a fan of camping, but for those of you who can do it, basically what you do, traps, get all your traps, spend all your money on traps, and then what you want to also do, those abilities that I talked about at the beginning, you want to have those for as many members of your horde as you have. So, because you want to have no upkeep, that's the main thing. But basically, after you get those, and you have no upkeep, you just sit there. You don't do anything. You don't do missions. You don't attack anybody. You don't get XP. You just sit there. You're camping out at that level. And, I mean, as you get more flesh, as you get more money from the hourly thing, you can get more traps, keep going. Oh, one more thing about starting out. The 3 classes, you want to be a savage. Top 1. It is the other ones, unless you're going for a really special thing, that's what you want to have, because the other ones are kind of useless. Secondly, my last thing about money making, as far as defense traps go, you want to keep those kind of low, because you can get caught up in those and you can spend a ton of money, and I would not do that until you are at a more stable place with regular traps. Also, another good thing about money making is trap calculators. Trap calculators are things you can find on the internet, and basically what they do, you put the amount of money you have in, you put your level in, and they tell you how many of each trap, because you put your traps into the ones you already have. It tells you what traps to get to be most cost effective. It's really useful, and I would do it if I wasn't so lazy. So yeah, you should do that. Just look up Zombies Live Trap Calculator. It'll probably be the first or second one. Yeah, so I think that's just about it for money making. Skill points. Skill points was the biggest thing by far that people ask me for. So basically, what are skill points? Skill points, you get them, in this game, you get them after every level, because the missions don't do anything, like I said. So what I would do, attack and defense, a lot of people like them, but me personally, it seems as though they're absolutely useless if you get all the abilities, all the max abilities, and you have those. It seems like attack and defense stats will not do much. Energy. Energy is for missions. And in all honesty, I would not put anything into energy. Please don't. In zombies, please don't put anything in energy. If you want to do missions, do not waste the skill points in energy. If you want to do missions, go to missions, and since you only have 200 energy, which is what you start out with, and never put more into it, go to defeat local gangsters, and do that, because it takes 60 energy, you can do it 3 times, but you get 8 experience, so most energy effective mission. I would not do it, because you don't get a lot of money, and it's a waste of experience, but yeah, some people prefer to do that. So skill points, what I would do, what I've been doing this whole zombie, is putting it into max rage and max health. Now what I've found is most effective is to put, every time you get up a level, you get 3 more skill points. So I would use 2 for max rage, because that gets it up 1, and then 1 for max health. except I wouldn't use any for max health until you get 9 max rage. You want to keep your health times 100, no, times 10 your max rage, and then plus 10 after that. So like, I have 590 max health, and I have 58 max range. It makes hitting people consistently and fast a lot easier. Okay, I think that is skill points. Now as for Horde. Horde, you want to have, in general, you want to have as much as possible. Unless you don't have a lot of money, you want to have as big a Horde as you can. Now, like I said, my Horde is like 426. Now, ways to get Horde. There are a ton. Honestly, if I was below level 10, I would press the attack button, go to a random zombies comment thing, and post my code. I got my first, 25, 50 Horde that way. After you get a bit of Horde, you want to go to broadcast your code as much as possible, and say that you'll be nice and do it for other people. Like, honestly, these are all mine. These are all my broadcasts with the rocket at the end. These are all my broadcasts, broadcasting other people's codes. And, I mean, it's a nice thing to do, and people will blow up your recruit thing if you offer to do that. The last way to get Horde is go to the internet and type in either Stormate Zombies codes, just Zombies Live codes, something like that, and you'll get to a website where you can put in your code and it'll be posted. You can add the people's codes who posted already and all that good stuff. So last but not least, stuff to watch out for. First of all, you never want to have your upkeep above or below 0, because that means you're losing money, and that's not good. So even if you have to wait a little bit, make sure that your upkeep at least stays above 0. I'm not patient enough for anything else, but and that should be a basic rule, but some people are weird about it and then they cry about it later. Secondly, farmers. Farmers are annoying people who attack you a bunch of times, either because you give a lot of money, because they can, and because they're stupid and jerks, or because they have nothing better to do with their lives than attack people on a game. As for farmers, what you want to do, there are two kinds of farmers. There are the ones who hit you a lot, and there are the ones who hit list you a lot. What you want to do for the ones who hit you a lot, you want to go to their wall, you want to go to their comments, you want to press block, because that way, about 9 out of 10 times, the people will stop, because they can't find you. They can't see any comments, they can't get a link to you. And whatever you do, do not put a comment on their wall. That's what they're waiting for, that's what they need to find you again. That's like letting them. If you give them a link, I'm not going to feel sorry for you when you get farmed, because it just happens. When you do that, you're just asking for it. Okay, and then ones who hit list you, they're gonna have links, because when they hit list you, it gives you a link to them. It says such and such killed the guy you hit list on their wall. So all you can do is wait, because eventually they will either forget or get bored, and their link to you will go away, because the wall is limited and they can't keep it up forever. Any other stuff to watch out for? Oh, one other thing to watch out for: hordes. I'm not talking about horde, I'm talking about hordes. These people are either boys or girls, they can be either, whatever they tell you, who try to get in your pants, basically. Yeah, that sounds kind of bad, but, that's what they do. They're on this game to try to get people of the opposite or sometimes similar gender to, I don't know, email them, give them pictures, etc. And I have had experience with this. And what you want to do, you want to go to their wall, and instead of posting that comment, you want to post like, hey, what's up, baby? Hey, let's go to email. And no, you want to block them. You want to block them. You want to block the AIDS. And that should be a common phrase. When you're trying to ignore a whore, that should be the common phrase. Block the AIDS. Because that's all you're going to get. Alright, so I think that wraps it up for this video. Man, this is long. I hope this helped. If you want to join my Horde, everyone's welcome. The code is FVAYP6. I will leave that in the description somewhere. And as for your codes, I want you guys to blow up the comments of this video with your codes. I want to know every single person's code ever out there. And also, you can comment with your code on my YouTube channel. You can put if you add me, you can put your code on my wall. You can blow it up. And yeah, other than that, if there's something I didn't cover in this video, you can by all means, leave comments everywhere, telling me of a topic you'd like me to go over, and I will do my best to help you. So, I think that's it. I hope you guys have a good weekend. Happy President's Day, and yeah, peace.